Has
Yeah.
anything changed in the workflow of ClickFunnels of timing? So, like, if you want an email to go out right when someone subscribes, you hit like, zero time, right? If you want it to go out day one, you'd put day one. If you want to put it 3 days out, you'd put 3 days on the delay. Is that all still the same? I'm getting really, when I opted into mine, I'm getting random stuff that it should be like every
What?
day, every day, every day, and then it spread out maybe 2 days and spread out. But I'm getting such random emails in, and I'm like, did something change in the workflows timelines that I'm not aware of?
Um, they've
No.
expanded upon the delays. That's about it. Like the feature out or functionality to have set delays, such as like 1 day apart. That's still the same. It's still in there. You just have to be in the relative tab when you do it. Here, I'll show you. Um, let's see.
I feel like there's just been an update that how it was, several months ago is not the same anymore.
There has been
And
an update as far as like expansion, but like baseline functionality that's still there. Let's
so if you want an email to go out every day when someone opts in for 5 days, you would be this email is delayed 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days.
no. That what that's going to do is so it's going to send out one email and then it's going to run into a delay. That delay is based off of the time that they've reached that delay. So if they got that first email right away, and then they have a 1 day delay after that, it's gonna be 1 day from that moment in time. After that, they'll get the next email. And if they run into another delay, that one's set to 2 days. That's gonna be 2 days from that point in time.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm saying because in one of the funnels, I think it was just the regular VSL funnel, they Russell started this video and then someone else showed how to set up the workflow and it was like, hey, remember your delay is from the day they opted in. And so
Well,
basically,
from the initial moment, yes, but the rest of it, no. So
right, so
it
the delays are actually okay from the initial moment, and then going forward from there, the delay is off the last email
email
sent.
or yeah, anything in that period. So, for example, let's say we want to enroll someone in a course, but we want to wait a day to do so. They opt in, then as soon as they do, they're going to meet a delay. We'll say for one day, right? So you want to be in a relative tab and then select the interval right here, right? So
What's
now
the
it's just
difference between relative and day of, oh, let's see, relative.
so
I don't remember seeing that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they expanded upon it. This one right here, the relative tab, was what we initially had when you could set up a delay based off of minutes, days, hours, all this stuff right here with interval. This is the
Right.
original setup.
Okay.
These two right here are the expanded views, such as day of the week. So if you want this to be triggered and only sent out every Wednesday at noon every Wednesday.
Hmm.
We go over here and
Right.
sets 12:01 p.m. Sure.
Right.
Day of the week, set the day. Now, this delay is going to essentially hold people until that day of the week has happened, and then it'll send out the email or go take you to the next step in the sequence.
Hmm.
Same goes for the day of the month. You can specify the time and the day in the month that you want this workflow to be triggered off of. So
Okay,
it's going to
walk.
be,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
I was just going to say it's going to be relative based off of when they opt in. So if we want to go and have stuff sent out every Tuesday, let's say, yeah, Tuesday every week, right? Technically, it's Wednesday right now. They would be stuck in that delay until next Tuesday,
Hmm.
quite literally. So same thing with date of a month at 12:01 on the first of every month, right? That's when we want things to be triggered for the specific workflow. If someone
So,
reaches this delay, they'll be stuck in that delay until the first of the next month. In this
next
case,
month.
September 1st.
All right, so go back to relative for me and track help me understand this. If someone opts in and you want them to get an email right away,
Yes.
and then you want them to get one email a day for the next 7 days. How are you doing that?
Sure. Okay. So what I would do is I'm going to get rid of this real quick. Let's get rid of that. This too. All right. So let's pretend that's the scenario. Right away, you wouldn't want to delay at all. You just go in and have that email as the first step. So
Okay.
this is all instant. They opt in, this trigger is met, and now we're going to send an email. We go over here. I'm going to
Okay.
do this template right here. Cool.
Okay.
Right on.
Yep.
Um, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Once that loads, that first email's been sent. We want to delay right after that. We want to wait a day from the point that they've received that email. I'm going to go
Okay.
over and hit delay. I would
Yep.
set it to relative, go to 1 day, and leave it as that.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm going to have another email. Choose, create, and now we have the next email. And I'll go and create another delay. And this one is going to be for 1 day. So if you want someone to get an
Oh,
email
that's why it's
every
all
single
messed up.
day,
Yeah. That is
then you
not
have to,
how they showed it on Russell's video. His
yeah,
his
they
his
commonly
guy
do that.
said it has to be from the actual day they opted in. So if you wanted it going out day 7, you had to wait 7 days from the day they opted in.
That
So
would be
he was
very
saying
chaotic. That's I'll tell
that's
you.
why none of mine are working correctly. I
There you
got
go. So
So
it's all,
basically, it's one delay. So this delay for the you got the instant email, right
mhm.
away when they opted in. Delay for 1 day, you got an email. You're going to delay one more day, they'll get the next email.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's from that point in time.
Mm.
Once they hit
gotcha. That
this,
makes
it'll be one
sense.
day from the point they hit this delay.
Good
So
golly.
they've passed this. Awesome. You can actually see who's in that delay now too. I
Yeah, that's
covered that
awesome.
last newsletter. You guys saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was cool. That
that's
was cool.
awesome.
I never
Yeah.
and I actually had my thing at the top set when you was like, hey, if you don't see this, click this. And I was like, holy cow. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that was
that's
awesome.
cool.
There we go, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
that just happened last week. So cool to see you there. Finally rolling out on that. I actually put that feature request in months ago, man. No, maybe a year
Mm.
ago. So David reached out to me directly. He's like, "Hey, check this out. I know you've been waiting."
That
How
That's
is
nice.
awesome.
awesome. Yeah, that is cool.
Um, but yeah, hopefully that made sense.
Yeah,
Sounds
because
like I got
basically,
through.
basically they were saying it's all tied from the day the person opted in. So if you wanted them to get an email on day 2, you would say 2 days delay from the day they opted in. Day 4, 4 days delay from when they opted in. And that's not correct anymore, correct?
I mean, if you
It
have
would just
the
be if
initial
I wanted
delay,
it every day, I'm for 7 days, I'm just delaying 1 day in my workflow, right?
correct.
The
1 day until
seven
the end.
times.
Yep. So,
All right, so this was my workflow. So like, um, here's the trigger, tagged them, they're gonna get an email right away, right?
mhm,
And then it's gonna delay for a day, and
mhm.
they get this email.
Yep.
Now they're saying delay 2 days to get it the next day, and they'll get the third email.
It would
So
be
it
they would
should
wait.
just be a
Yeah,
day.
they would
You
actually just
just
wait
want
2 days in that instance if you do that setup. So
you just want it.
yeah, you'd want to change it to 1 day.
Yeah, everyone's 1 day.
Hmm.
Yeah, so for if I
Yeah,
wanted them to have an email every day for the first 7 days, it would just be a 1 day delay,
one day.
not tied to this going forward.
No,
Just
it's the
no,
last email. Yeah.
yeah, it's based off of so as soon as they reach this point right here. Oh,
Where?
where's my? As soon as they reach this delay right here, oh, that first delay for 1 day. As soon as
Yeah.
they reach that, they're waiting 1 day from that point in time. Once one
Well,
day or
everything's tied to this going forward. 1 day, boom. And this should be 1 day, and then they get this.
correct, yeah, they're separated based off of the time in between that delay.
Goodness sakes.
Once they hit the delay, they wait that time that you have set there until they go and meet the or are moved on to the next step in the workflow. And then once they reach another delay, they're going to wait that same amount of time or whatever time you have specified for that delay until the next step is initiated. Until they
That's
move
why I
forward.
was wondering why they weren't coming in every day on my test that I put my email in. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But his video showed
maybe
and
he just
everything's
misspoke or
tied to the
something. It
initial
happens.
trigger.
It happens.